Hello everyone, this is Blank. We are back with another episode on the Let's Play series. Let's see, what we got? Anyways, we are working on, well, we will be working on a few things. For starters, we're just going to be working on getting meat. But anyways, I'll be working on this, and then I'll see you guys in just a sec. The nice part about having a single player world is I can spend this on with diamonds. Alright. I need to get efficiency 5 on all this stuff. Well, that'll be next thing. Time to dig all this down. Okay. It's been a bit. For you guys, just a second. But since we took down that wither, but we have quite a few chests here. And quite a few ores. You know, nothing too crazy. Reason why we got all these ores is because we dug out all of this. Yeah, it was a little bit. It took about 2 weeks to do. So, yeah. 1 beacon, 2 weeks of work, and we dug all the way to bedrock. So, yeah. Or just about bedrock, you know, it's the... You can see some bedrock. And that's really all that matters. We are going to make a creeper farm. Obviously, this is a 2x2 chunk area. We're not going to do the full thing. We might use 2 chunks, maybe. And then the other 2 chunks we might use for like sugarcane farm, more like higher up. We have a bee farm. Be nice to put a bee farm. We could put it somewhere else, like near the sugarcane farm. So yeah, got a few things we can do today. But yeah, creeper farm. I did try to do one before, did not turn out well. This time I have a different plan. So we're going to try that. We got some stone blocks. We use trapdoors. We're going to use some pistons. I have more pistons somewhere. We got some rails. Might come into play. Some redstone. That's all the redstone we got. Not really. We got some mud blocks, so they may come into play as well. Or we could do soul sand. So, yeah. Quite a few things. It'll be a little bit of testing, to be fair. I'm doing this all from scratch. I have no idea if it's going to work or not. So, best of luck to me then. But yeah, I'm going to start building, and I will see you all in a little bit. Okay, so we got a little bit of infrastructure working. I kind of did this backwards, really. I'm doing the rest of the build before I actually get done with the full build. So I'm doing all the back end stuff, essentially. So we have the creepers will be going down into this collection area. They will eventually get to this one where they'll slowly, hopefully, go all the way down to here and then eventually just kind of cram upwards. And then they'll go on here, these magma blocks, and they'll obviously take damage from it. And then once the gunpowder drops, it'll slide right into those 2 hoppers, which is nice. Just go here. The hoppers go right into this dropper, and there is a comparator that is detecting when there's an item here. Computer obviously makes a single signal length strong enough so anything that is in here can reach this target block, which is connected to a sticky piston. Sticky piston goes to this observer, connects these, so it's obviously ticking as fast as it can. I did have one problem when I was testing it, that this observer got stuck. Not really sure how, but I don't think it'll be an issue for the long haul. And then this, the items get spit into this bubble column, which goes all the way to the very top, which we'll have to make a sorting item sorter, because I plan. Oops, that's not what I want. I plan to do probably the sugarcane farm like over and like above, but like here on this line, and then have the bee farm on like this line above, and then all the items that are collected from both of them to kind of connect into this bubble column. I think it'll be an easier way just to collect everything. Plus, I also plan to have a shut-off mechanism for the creeper farm, so it's not always going, because I don't need it to. I'm in a single-player world. I don't need so much gunpowder. I don't know what to do with it. But I do plan to have, like, in the sorting system, to have a runoff system where any excess stuff is just going into like fire or lava. That will hopefully get rid of any lag or potential lag that could happen. Same with sugarcane and the honey blocks or honey bottles and honeycomb. But yeah, that is where we are right now. Still got a lot to do. But yeah, probably just give you guys a little update on how it's looking so far. I would say pretty good. Could be better, but who knows? Once we finally get it tested, or as in built, then we can figure out like, okay, this works or this doesn't work. But for now, seems to be looking good, and we'll just go from there. Okay. So we finally got some structure with the farm. So with it, I remember seeing a video from TangleTech. He did, I think, something similar. I think for a creeper farm, put the trapdoors all along here. This will be the area. So there's two different areas, one here, one there. We have redstone that is connected to etho hopper clock. I kind of want to get this a little bit more updated, but it basically works as it is now. So as you guys will see, updates. Yep. So you can see each side essentially goes at the same time. If I do, I can always make the timing a little bit shorter. Right now I think I have at 22 blocks. We just turn that off for now. So that is there. That is doing fairly well. Once we get the whole thing covered up, then don't have to worry too much about that. I would like to get an on and off sequence done somehow, because I don't want this to be running all the time. I'd rather just have it run when I am around, or like just kind of AFKing around it, which would be nice. So we'll have to think of that. But first I kind of want to get the farm rebuilt. Or not rebuilt, just built, I guess. So I will do that first. Also, just to let you guys know, the farm itself, not too difficult. All you really need to do is put the blocks up to this height, and then put trapdoors along the top. That way only creepers can spawn I think the trapdoors here are preventing any spiders from spawning, so that is a good thing. Now that I think about it, probably should. It's fine. We'll figure it out later. Yeah. So I will start working on this and see you all in a sec. Okay. Looks like it is working, or at least creepers are the only thing that are spawning within the farm, which honestly is a great thing. Now the big question is, does this section work? And I honestly kind of want to do something like this. Just to prevent anything going outside. So let's try it. Sounds like it's working. Let's try and... Okay. So we got creepers. Great. And... so... magma blocks. If gunpowder goes in there, it shoots up. I am actually surprised. I am really happy this is working. Let's see, it looks like there's... Hmm. Only downside is, I don't know... Hmm. Yeah, so I gotta figure out an AFK spot, I guess. That's the only downside, I guess? It's not really downside. But, I mean, it's great to see that this farm is actually working. So, I'm gonna turn... let's turn it off. Just for now. And then from that, how much did we get? 7, 1. Okay, so we got 8 gunpowder. I mean, not the worst, not the best, but let's test it out a little bit. So I'm probably gonna stay up here or make a platform somewhere down there. Yeah, I might do that. I'll make a platform using these. And I guess we'll work from there. So I'll see you guys in a sec. Okay. So about 5 to 10 minutes of AFK. Let's see how much gunpowder that generates. Thing is, I couldn't actually see any entities from there, so I'm like, I don't know how much, if anything. Okay, not too much. Maybe I'll have to make the platform a little bit farther down. Which honestly is not an issue. So it's all about trial and error, I guess. Nice part is it does work. Like, it does produce creepers and doesn't produce any other mobs, which is great. It clearly does have, well, I guess actually it's because it's not looting, so I mean, the chances for gunpowder is not guaranteed every time. So maybe it is working efficiently. I don't know. You know what? Let's just say it is working efficiently. Although I kind of do want, yeah, I do want to actually lower the platform. Just because it'd be nice to actually see, uh, like when a creeper goes up. And this protection box is basically just for phantoms, since that can be a thing. Let's try this once more. Okay, so we can hear creepers. The big question is, can I see any from this height? I don't know if I can. Uh, Maybe not. I do wish I had free cam. That that would be one mod I would love to actually put in this game, or just in Minecraft in general. It would be handy, especially for stuff like this. Because like I'm testing a farm out. I don't know entirely if it's working or not. So it would be nice to see um like have a free cam where I can actually see if something is working or not. So it's kind of like a spectator mode. I don't know. I'll just work with it a little bit more and go from there. So I'll see you guys in a sec. Alright, so I mean that is one issue I have with it. So I put an ice block with some signs on them before it goes up to a bubble column, and it seems like creepers are getting stuck there. And then eventually, maybe they just despawn? Hmm. I knew that would probably be an issue. Well, I think overall, it is probably a 90% done project. It gets me a decent amount of red or gunpowder for the amount of time that I've actually like worked on it. So 27, 8. So I mean already right there within 20 minutes, 25 minutes. That's not too bad. It's about a gunpowder per minute. If I were to just AFK here for like a few hours, I'd get a decent amount. So honestly, I'm gonna consider that a win. That being said, it still has some things that need to be worked on, so we can do that another time. Let's work on the sugarcane farm and maybe get the bee farm set up as well. But we'll see. We'll definitely do the sugarcane farm and see how we go from there. So see you guys in a sec. Well, here we are. We got the full sugarcane farm done. Now, it's all pretty good. There might be some things that are needed. I might want to put some more observers within it, just so we get more things firing. But I did a very similar system that I've done before with sugarcane farm. Kind of just went right through it. I adjusted a little bit though. So we have redstone that is connected to the observers, which obviously makes all the pistons fire when they detect sugarcane that grows. I just want to probably make some more because obviously it's a little bit inconsistent. Yeah, if we put like maybe 2 more, we might get a little bit more frequent stuff. Watch, now that I'm down here, it's gonna fire. But anyways, so we have redstone line that goes also down, so it fires this, or not fires, but turns on this powered rail that is on with the minecart hopper. Since these are mud blocks, it'll go right on down, and underneath this mud blocks are like the creeper farm. They are less than a block tall, so the hopper minecarts easily able to pick those sugarcane up. Couldn't think of that word. And goes into this dispenser or dropper, I should say. And simple little setup that I typically do. Observer, sticky piston, yeah. And that goes right into our bubble column. So this one, can't really turn it on and off, so that's fine. But now we are generating some sugarcane, which is good. So we'll have sugarcane, we'll have gunpowder, and eventually we might put some honey in here. But honestly, this has turned into a little bit longer video than I expected. So I think we're just going to leave it off with these 2 farms today. And then now we can finally get rockets, which is great. That was probably the main goal for the day, which is great. I do need to put filters on those, so I might do that eventually as well. Other than that, hope you guys enjoyed the video. No, it might have been a little bit farther in between than the last video. Not video. But this is the reason why. I was digging all this out, so it took some time. But yeah, that being said, we'll probably do the bee farm next time, and maybe even tackle a witch farm, because I am running a little bit low on redstone, and I could use some. So, with that all being said and done, thanks all for stopping by, tuning in, seeing these builds. If you are interested in making your own builds that are kind of based off the ones I made, feel free to do so. Let me know how yours turned out, and maybe you made some improvements on the one I made, or ones I made. Always interested. And with all that said and done, I will see you all next time. See you, everyone.